And that is going to do it. Chicago gets the victory. We'll see this Bulls team just twice more, and it's going to be a long time till we see them again.
The Orlando Magic were bad this season. Everyone knows that, and they're rebuilding, so that's okay. But I think they could surprise some people next season. The Orlando Magic have been battling mediocrity since Dwight Howard left, as they had multiple losing seasons and the occasional exciting first-round playoff win, just to lose 4 in a row. But after landing the #1 overall pick in this upcoming draft, and finally having some exciting young players, it's looking a little bit brighter. The Orlando Magic could make a real jump and surprise some people this season, but only if they play their cards right. If you enjoy unique, authentic basketball content, then you're in the right place. And if you found this video, you might as well sub if you enjoy, and turn on post noties while you're at it, and join the load management family so you don't miss a vid. Like if you enjoy the video as well, and let's get back to the video. The Orlando Magic finished last season with the worst record in the East and the second worst record in the NBA behind the Houston Rockets, with a record of 22-60. But I'd say this is one of the most successful years for the Magic in recent times. They achieved peak tanking status with acquiring the #1 overall pick, but also developed their young players that look to have a pretty bright future. Franz Wagner was a hit last draft. Jalen Suggs didn't have a great rookie year, but he played much better in the second half of the season, and he looks to have some potential. And Wendell Carter Jr. could be the center of their future. They've also got Markellefultz finally back healthy, and Cole Anthony is a valuable young option as a 6th man, or can start in the backcourt alongside Fultz. Let's take a look at their depth chart. They have some decent young guards as mentioned before, like Suggs, Fultz, Cole Anthony, and even RJ Hampton. On the wings they have Franz Wagner, Terrence Ross, or potentially Jonathan Isaac, and they are loaded up front with bigs like Wendell, Chuma Okeke, Jonathan Isaac again, and whoever they draft at #1, which will 99% be a big. They have a few key free agents they need to make decisions on as well this summer, like Mo Bamba, Gary Harris, and Bol Bol, which they'll probably all let walk. Diagnosing this roster, it's quite clear what the Magic need to acquire moving forward, and that's a go-to scorer and some shooting. If you look at the Magic, they've built a solid foundation of young guys who can defend, which is rare to find. Majority of the young teams I've watched make me really mad because they're all about numbers and scoring, so the identity Coach Mosley built for the Orlando Magic is nice to see. They were 17th in defensive rating, which is really good for a team that is second worst in the league, but they were 30th in offensive rating, scoring as much as the local milkman at a YMCA run. The shooting can easily be addressed in the free agency market. With about $56 million in cap space before a luxury tax, they can afford to splash out a little on some shooters or a more established piece. Acquiring someone like Bryn Forbes off the bench or in the starting lineup could fit nicely. An option who could fit their scoring and shooting department could be Malik Monk from the Lakers. He would be a really good value at around $12 million a year to pair beside Markelle or Suggs potentially in the backcourt. Whoever they draft at #1 will start at the 4 and could add some extra scoring and shooting as well for sure. The Magic will most likely draft Jabari Smith, which is a perfect fit in my opinion. He adds potential scoring upside in the long term and will almost guaranteed be a fantastic stretch 4 with solid defensive versatility at the absolute worst. A more interesting pairing could be paolobanchero at #1, as he has real potential to be the go-to guy for the Magic and a superstar talent in the future for sure, with shades of Blake Griffin potentially. He can't shoot the ball as well as Jabari just yet, or play as solid of defense, yet. But if he solves the Magic's gaping hole for a superstar level guy, then it could be really good for the Magic in the future. The last minor hole for the Magic is at backup center, which is fully dependent on if Mo Bamba stays or leaves this summer. If Mo Bamba stays, then he's your backup center who is still pretty young and has huge offensive and defensive upside. If he leaves, you can fill that backcourt center role with a veteran pick and roll lob type big man. A reunion for Dwight Howard could fit perfectly, or someone like JaVale McGee if you offer him enough money, because plenty of contenders are going to be after his signature this summer. A starting 5 for the Magic next season could look something like this. Markelle at the 1, a free agent scoring guard like Malik Monk at the 2, Franz Wagner at the 3, whoever they draft at #1 at the 4, and Wendell Carter Jr. at the 5. Off the bench, you have Jalen Suggs, Cole Anthony, some other free agent wing to add depth, with Terrence Ross, Jonathan Isaac, and a backup center like Dwight at the 5. There isn't too many holes in a roster like that, especially if the Magic's young guys develop accordingly. If the Magic play their cards just like this, they can easily have a jump like the Cavs this season. An 8th seed finish for the Magic next year could surprise a lot of people, and if everything goes right, they could be a dark horse contender in the East for years to come. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think about the Orlando Magic's future in the comments. I've got another video you can check out here talking in detail about how Jabari Smith is a perfect fit for the Magic. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Like and subscribe, and as always, stay rested. See you in the next one.